Welcome back, guys. We're back in the split screen world. Just an update from last week. We've got the fuel tank mounts all painted up. They're done. The next job we're doing today is we're going to be sanding, just giving this a scuff, ready to put the epoxy primer on it. And you can have a look on the underneath here, same deal. We've still got a little bit of KBS to put on this section of the chassis down here. So that'll be next. We'll give that a coat down there. And yeah, she's getting closer and closer to completion. So we will set up here and get our elbows moving. Righto guys, so we are ready to paint some 2-pack primer. We've just been sanding and sanding and sanding and sanding, and we're going to put some Prepsol wax and grease remover, whatever you want to call it, over the bottom of this beautiful specimen here, and then we're going to start painting. So let's get on with the show. Alright guys, have a look at this. This is it all primed up from last effort, and what we're going to do now is use one of these green Scotch Brite pads, and we're going to scuff it all back, and we're going to hit it with a Stone Guard. It's actually an acrylic product, and we're just going to hit these areas under here, and that'll help with a bit of sound deadening and a bit of chip resistant paint. And yeah, we'll just continue on, paint away. We've got to do a bit of scuffing over the entire bottom of it first, but you can see she's come up pretty good. Can't see anything that's splatteringly silly looking at us. So yeah, let's continue. This is all Prepsol ready for the Stone Guard to go on. If you have a look at it, we've given it a once over and cleaned all the material, all the metal. And the product I'm using is this stuff here, which is an anti-stip coating. It's white, so you can paint your top coat colour over it, which is obviously we're going to be blue with ours. And then you've got a gun, which just screws in like so. And off we go. So let's get that going and enjoy. Have a watch. So what we've got to get done now is we've got a few little sections of primer just to cover those little welded areas, just blend those in, and we'll get that done. Then we can move on to painting inside the cab floor there and the tray in the colour, and same in here, get that all painted up. And then the blending of these repaired areas we'll do right at the end, I think, once we get it on its wheels, and we can wheel it outside and then have a good look in the natural light, not under the fluoros, and then we can start building up these colours layer by layer, just to try and match this sort of old paint. You can see that there is a white primer underneath it, and there's even a grey. I think if you look carefully, there might be, yeah. So there's actually a grey primer first, then white, and then the actual golf blue colour. So we're going to try to replicate that on these areas that have been repaired, so that we can try and match it. We really don't want just a bland coloured blue at the front there, because it's going to look obvious that it's been repaired. So it'll be a little bit of work to try and finesse it and get that blending done, but it can be done. This effect here that you can see where the paint has actually aged naturally, you can replicate that by using a bit of sandblasting media, and you can actually sandblast after it's painted, and it'll distress the paint enough to bring the primer to the surface, and you can really almost get this effect without rubbing and sanding, which it doesn't really do the paint finish that well if you use sandpaper. So I think that's about it for today. We'll let this stone guard dry underneath. It takes 6 hours for it to dry properly, and then we can come back next week and give it a final prep sol, scuff up, mask up all these areas so we don't get blue on those, and we can start shooting the blue. Once inside here in the treasure chest floor has been painted, then we're going to come back and weld the rest of these brace or struts in place, just because now I've got room to get the spray gun in here and actually paint it. So it's just an easier way. Paint it all. I can always just sand off a little bit of paint to spot weld these ribs all the way where they need to be. And once that's all done, then we can get the top floor put on. That'll be one of the last things we do, and go from there. So thanks for watching. We'll be back next Monday and continue with the project. So enjoy, and bye for now.